YouTube, my name is Lisa Parsons. Recently I've had so many problems with allergies and sinus headaches and migraines that out of sheer desperation, my husband and I, who both suffer, purchased a Navage nasal cleaning system, and we love it. However, those of you who have one probably have noticed that you have to buy the very expensive saline pods. I found out through other videos on YouTube that you don't have to purchase those pods. If you notice down in the inside of this area where the pod goes, there's a little trigger switch here, and there's also one here. If you take your old pod after you've used them, I have 4 or 5 of these that I have kept now, and there's the reason for my allergies right there, Marco. You cut the outside of the pod off right up until the very bottom edge, and you can take the foil off. You don't have to, but I did. And then what you do is you just set this right down in that space, and that triggers that bottom switch. That's one of 2 switches that you need in order to get this to work. If you notice, it will not work right now. Now to get the second switch to work, which is right there, you get this about halfway down, and you just reach inside and you can hear it. Listen. Hear it click, and then when you shut it, this will work. So now that means we can put our own saline solution in there. You can go anywhere online and learn how to make your own isotonic saline solution, which is what we want for a nasal lavage. A hypertonic saline solution is a whole other ballgame. You don't want that. And you also do not want to put anything in your sinuses other than distilled water or some kind of very well purified water. And you don't want anything else in your sinuses other than a saline solution. Never, ever, 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 ever put peroxide or any other solutions into your sinuses. It causes polyps and can lead to cancer. Don't do it. Here's what I did. I went on Amazon and I found little tiny, I like the 4 mil baggies. They're this big, and they work absolutely fabulous for putting in exactly, this would be 1/4 teaspoon of canning or pickling salt, just as long as it's not regular table salt or iodized salt. It should say in the ingredients salt, nothing else, no caking substances, just salt. I believe you can use sea salt, but I would refer to the internet or maybe your pharmacist and get that information. I know for a fact that you can use this. Okay, so pickling, canning salt, 1/4 teaspoon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of good old-fashioned baking soda as a buffer. This is what keeps the saline from burning your sinuses. All you do is put it in a baggie. I have about 300 of these made up ahead of time. The baggies are so cheap that we can just cut the bottom right off them, drop it into exactly 8 ounces of water, distilled, and then we microwave it just for a few minutes until it's comfortable for our own personal preference for temperature-wise. You don't want to put it into your face cold. It's not a good, it's like an ice cream rush. It's not good. Let me just set my cat down. Come on, Marco. Okay, so I'm going to show you the other thing that was very difficult for me to learn. My husband seemed to do okay with it, but it wasn't something that they made very clear on the other videos that we saw. When you first start to use the Navage system, they don't really tell you that that initial suction, when you get the unit up to your face, you depress the button halfway and it actually causes a very strange suction feeling that you kind of wouldn't think was possible because of there being an opening in the back of your throat, right? You would think that holes here and holes there you wouldn't be able to make a suction, but you can. And the way I do it is I put this up to my face and then I push up on the soft palate with the back of my tongue. And when I do that, I depress this button halfway, and for whatever reason, that helps me get that suction. And I really push that button until it's just to the point where it's like, ah! And then you let the water go by pushing the button the rest of the way. That's what made it work for me every single time. It's easy. You can talk. I could sing if I wanted. I don't drown with water going down my throat. It works every time that way. The initial suction is what will make it work for you every time. So here I'm going to show you how I do it. I have my little piece of plastic in there. This is my own homemade saline solution. 8 ounces of distilled water with a half teaspoon each of pickling salt and baking soda. Now all I have to do, this button's already been depressed by that little plastic piece that's in there. I close it halfway, push the button, you heard it click, close it up, and I'm ready to go. And I don't know if you guys have done the math on these things. I believe the last ones I saw, 30 of them was $39 on Amazon. We bought this salt for I think 88 cents, and then however much the baking soda was, which was like $1, I think. And I literally got 300 packets for each lavage treatment. 300 of these for like $2, just for the time of spending to bag them up so that we have them. And you don't have to bag them up. I just did it for convenience. So let me show you how I do this. And I'm hoping that it'll help some of you not have the problem of water running down the back of your throat, okay? So hopefully I won't drown while I do this to myself. Okay, here we go. The main thing is to make sure that you have that suction and not to push it too hard against your nostrils. So you put your nose against the nose pillows. I can't believe I'm doing this online. Okay, and you'll notice you'll start to talk kind of funny, almost like Rudolph with the nose. So now I'm going to push with my tongue on the back of my throat and kind of sniff in. And that's what causes that suction. Now I'm going to push the button halfway. And I'm ready. See it ready? Piece of cake. I do this twice a day. I have a dog and 2 cats and really old carpet and wicked allergies. That's all there is to it. I'm done. I forgot my Kleenex though. Let me get my Kleenex. Don't you photograph my kitchen, it's dirty. Put your Kleenex under your nose. And voila, you're done. And I wouldn't normally do this, but that's all the allergens that were in my sinuses from today. There's pollen, there's hair, pet hair, all kinds of junk. This has saved me from everyday headaches. I've had it for 2 weeks, and I've had 1 headache. No more nasal drip, no more gooey eyes. I love this. Get one, and don't buy the saline packs. Learn how to do it yourself. I hope you love this. Good luck. Bye.